it's Kyle from Love Always Makeup. It is the best time of the year. Summer is finally upon us. We are into tank tops and shorts, beautiful sunny days at the park, the beach, relaxing. Everybody loves summer, but for me, it's a whole nother ball game, and that's because Tom Ford releases his summer collection, and that means limited edition white packaging, beautiful golden ticket boxes, and nothing gets me excited like the best of the best when it comes to the makeup world. So let's get into some swatches of the Tom Ford Pink Glow Eye and Cheek palette, and then we'll talk details. The Pink Glow palette comes in this amazing gold box, which you would expect no less for the price tag you're paying at $95 for the palette. The palette does contain 13.5 grams of product, which is a whole lot of product for the price. It comes in a little white velvet pouch that also says Tom Ford on it. And the summer packaging is always the limited edition white with gold accents. It's absolutely beautiful. Humongous mirror, Tom Ford on the front as well as on the inside. Huge amount of shadows and your two blushes. The best part about this Tom Ford summer palette is that the possibilities are literally endless. These blushes can be used as eyeshadows, as highlights, and vice versa. I couldn't be happier with the color selection on this palette. The color of the year is Marsala, as we all know, and this embraces that, and it just brings out summer to the fullest. This screams bronze sexy goddess to me. It's so beautiful. The first shadow at the very bottom, because these palettes do not have individual names, is a champagne tan type of color. It's what I have on my inner corner as well as on my Cupid's bow as a highlight. This is such a beautiful shade. When it's sheared out, it's that perfect, classic, hardcore highlight type of color that is absolutely gorgeous, dusted on your cheekbones. Or if you pat it on the lid, it takes on more of a lighter, whiter color. So it's very, very versatile. Love this as a shadow and a highlight. The middle shade is a true gold glitter shade. If you're not familiar with the Tom Ford glitters, they are just that. There's not a whole lot of pigmentation. It's just straight up glitter. But for me, And the quality of the Tom Ford glitter is that there's not fallout. If you put it on your brush, you can place it onto your lid and it's going to stay there. It's really meant as a topper shade to be used on top of another eyeshadow, or like I used it today, I placed it underneath the waterline just to give a little bit extra dimension and bring a little something more to the look I created. Love Tom Ford glitter shades, but you're definitely not going to get this tan type of opaqueness. It's just strictly glitter. The top shade, I will be totally honest, does not swatch that well. It's kind of hard to get some pigmentation onto your finger and onto your skin, but when you apply this with a brush, that is not the case at all. Beautiful color, beautiful pigmentation, great, great, great blendability. The two blushes, we'll start with the top color. These two shades right here can tend to look a little bit similar probably on camera. You can definitely tell in person though that these are not the same shade. They complement each other beautifully though. This shade up here has a little bit more mahogany, deeper cranberries with a little bit of black and purple mixed into it would be my best way to describe it. And then this shade over here is definitely more of your traditional wine type of color with a little bit of pink or magenta mixed into it. And they just, like I said, they complement each other beautifully. They work together so well. I have this in my crease today, and then this kind of blending everything together. And then this down here is absolutely beautiful as a blush on its own to really give such a unique glow, or to be used just as a highlight with the blush, or whatever you want to do. This shade is the most unique out of the bunch because it has this beautiful peach pigmentation to it, but then it has this gorgeous gold glow when the light hits it. It's absolutely stunning. I have to say though, with this palette, you've got to think out of the box. Use these however you want to use them. I used both of these as shadows, blushes, highlight. I also use this shade as a highlight. You can do whatever you want to do with this palette, and I think that Tom Ford really embraces that you take makeup to the limits and do whatever you want to express yourself, and this palette will take you there. I love the look that I created today with this palette. It reminds me of a romantic sunset. Just absolutely stunning. I have to say that for me personally, this palette is worth every single penny. The shadows are unlike any other shadows you will ever use until you use a Tom Ford shadow, and they are completely 100% up to par, up to standard when it comes to him. Pigmentation, blendability, smooth, no fallout, just absolutely the best of the best when it comes to the makeup world. You add the packaging, the amount of product on top of it, and just the all-around beautiful performance from these. I love it. I personally missed out on the Burnished Amber Quad. That was a limited edition release. I've had my eye on it for a very long time, but they go for crazy amounts of money. So when I saw this palette being launched and released, I knew I had to have it because this is like Burnished Amber, but better. It embraces the same type of idea and colors. And for me personally, these are just some of my favorite types of colors to use, and I love that this is an all-in-one palette. You can do your entire face with this and not have to reach for anything else, and I have to say that that's a rarity. You don't need anything for your transition. You don't need an extra blush, nothing. And not only that, if you're just getting your feet wet with Tom Ford, his eyeshadow quads, they're $79. So for a little bit more money, you also get to try out some blushes. You're going to get way more product. You're going to get a limited edition piece, and just all around, the performance is unlike you've ever tried in anything else. If you're a true makeup lover, this is something that you will not be disappointed in, that's for sure. I hope you guys found the swatches and information useful on the Tom Ford Pink Glow Eye and Cheek Palette. It definitely is an investment, but I hope this video helped you make up your mind and decide whether to take the plunge or not. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please don't forget to subscribe so we can hang out again soon. And until next time, bye guys.